There is no more picturesque stadium in all of sports than the Rose Bowl. Sometimes it just seems the electricity is turned up for Saturday night college football on EA Sports. It's the Indiana Hoosiers and the UCLA Bruins. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Hey, I caught up with the UCLA head coach before the game. His quarterback has had such great composure and poise all week. He knows there is history on the line today, but he's trying not to think about it. He wants to get the win for his team, to perform well, not turn the ball over. But I have no doubt when they get in the red zone, that's going to be on the play caller's mind. Can they get their quarterback the history? Record for most passing touchdowns in a career. We'll see how those play calls shake out down in the red zone. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. The Bruins ready to kick it away first. It a loose football. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. You think the fans are ready for this one? The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. Straight ahead, it's Richard. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and this crowd getting even more juice.
And here's what you know about Indiana football. They're going to be physical. They're going to be so well coached and disciplined, and they're going to run the football. It was the key ingredient to helping Fernando Mendoza win a Heisman. Like, the ability to RPO off of it. So, Palmer, I don't know who the names are going to be throughout the season, but I know they're going to run downhill, no nonsense, and they'll have a guy that they'll hitch their wagon to.
Yeah, everybody talking about losing Mendoza, but Black and Hemby were a big part of that thing, too. I think the offensive line, though, was key to it all. Anytime you have two 1,000-yard rushers, it's because the guys up front are pushing people around, and that was the secret sauce to Indiana's Cinderella run a year ago. So up front, these guys have to continue to dominate. They'll reload the backfield through the portal, through recruiting, but it all starts and stops with the big fellas pushing people around. That's going to be the key for them on offense.
They want to think this 3rd and 1 play over, and they'll use a timeout here. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. And to keep this opening drive going, they'll need to convert 3rd and 1. Back to pass, it's Hoover. Under pressure. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
And you don't want to see this trend continue. Last week he was sacked 4 times. The offensive line, this offense as a whole, needs to get in better situations, get rid of the football faster, and not keep getting their quarterback hit.
And he is knocked down immediately. Brave to try the return, though the coach might have preferred a fair catch. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Here's Iamaleava to throw. Unloads it left. Complete on the left to Smith. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business.
And I absolutely love that play call, man. You got good field position right now. Take advantage of it. They're aggressive on the first play. Make a big play. This offense now set up in perfect position to get some points, to cap.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Recovers the fumble, and he's still going.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up. You're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
After the sack, they have their work cut out for them. Basically, they have to get it to the other side of town. The throw on 2nd down, and they need a lot. Makes the grab. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
And quarterback, receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Third down coming up after that completion. From the gun on third down, Iamaleava fires to the wideout. Intercepted for the 11th time. Bringing it back. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
You just can't hit the quarterback like that. That is a dumb play, and the defender got caught red-handed. So they'll get a fresh set of downs thanks to that roughing the passer penalty. It's 1st and 10. Takes the handoff. It's Beebe. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
And obviously, huge shoes to fill if you're Indiana's offense this season, having to replace a Heisman Trophy winner in Fernando Mendoza, David. And it's not going to be easy. And obviously, you go to the portal and you try to bring the next guy in. But honestly, when you look at Indiana's quarterback play, it goes even beyond Fernando Mendoza to Curtis Rourke.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Hoosiers!
That's a nice job by the offense there in their second drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. That didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. Their defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
Offense makes its way onto the field, hoping to get things going here. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially.
Makes it go to the right side. All out of space. A likely touchdown-saving tackle, but the catch and run takes it down to the 7.
I would love to sit here and tell you that was the greatest play call ever and the offensive coordinator is a genius. I think that was some really bad defense.
And the Bruins trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Making the adjustment. Throwing, Iamaleava. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
A lot of times when you go back and you revisit these games, who takes advantage of these opportunities in the red zone, in these goal-to-go situations? Bad job on 1st down by this offense.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Hit and dropped in the backfield. He'll lose 4. After giving up that big play, this defense has been a rock. 3rd and goal coming. From the gun on 3rd down, Iamaleava. They're all over him. He's stopped.
And he does everything he can. Tries to scramble, tries to make something happen. Nice job by the defense getting him to the ground. Down by more than a field goal. Interesting decision here on 4th and goal.
Guys, they're going to pass on taking the sure 3 here and try to get the touchdown, and this is a pretty big gamble. 4th down, Iamaleava. Trying to barrel in. Touchdown, Bruins. Into the end zone for 6. Looking for the tie with the extra point. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Moves the pocket. It's Hoover. Out wide left. It's shot. Still running at the 40. He's across the 50 and out of bounds at the 49, and a great pickup on that one.
You know, there used to be a time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You throw it to him and it'd go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. And then he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's why he is such a tough matchup for any defense. Man, he's a problem.
They have set the tone in this one already inside a minute to play in a wild first quarter. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Richard. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
2nd down, going to throw it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call. They want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
You're not going to win a lot of games if you can't protect your quarterback. In their last game, they got sacked 4 times, lost the game. And so far in this one, they're having difficulty again. These guys up front have got to do a better job communicating and giving their QB time. Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
He'll bring it out. It's Rowe. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Iamaleava. Throws to the wideout. Left side is Smith. They finally get him on the ground, but that's the kind of play that will carry momentum into the 2nd quarter. We reached the end of the period. It's Indiana on top. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. First play of the period, first down here. He's got it on the right. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Here's Iamaleava to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Taken in by Smith on the right side. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. The Bruins getting set on 1st and 10. Again, it's Iamaleava. Out wide left, it's Matthews. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Dropping back, it's Iamaleava. Slides, avoids the hit. What a play to convert on 2nd and long.
When you have scrambling quarterbacks, you got to have a spot. You got to have somebody in the middle of the field. Everybody's playing coverage, but that guy's job is to focus on the quarterback and make sure he doesn't scramble.
And he surges across the line. Touchdown, UCLA!
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the...
It's a fumble on the play. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. And the Hoosiers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to throw, it's Hoover. Out wide right, it's Preston. And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains.
Nice job there by the receiver on the out route, not telegraphing where he's going. He can't be peeking to the outside, giving the defender an opportunity to break on the ball. He kept his eyes right down the field. DB had no idea where he was going, and that helped make that completion a whole lot easier.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense. The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
back to pass on second down. They'll run the screen. Bulldozes his way through. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
Will, you're trailing in the game. Someone's got to make a play. There's an accurate throw by the quarterback, and when you throw it accurately like that, you give your receiver an opportunity to advance the ball. Good, strong running is able to break a tackle, and that's an explosive play they need now as they're trying to tie this game up.
Sees an alley. He'll be forced out of bounds, and they're stubborn with this running game in the red zone.
New running back, same result. Like, it's pretty clear what they want to do on the offensive side of the football. They want to dominate the line of scrimmage. They want to run the football, whether it's the starter or now the backup. They're going to establish that ground game. It's what they do. It's who they are.
On the move, it's Richard. He tried to find some running room, but they get him stopped.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. Sets his feet. It's Hoover. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Iamaleava fires to the wideout. He's got it. They get him out of bounds. Couple yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling.
Really nice looking pass. When I think back to the history of UCLA quarterbacks, I think about guys carving up defenses in the Rose Bowl in the perfect weather conditions with the gorgeous San Gabriel Mountains as a backdrop. And this guy right here, man, he's lighting defenses up this season, throwing it too. And in this game, he seems like he's dialed in.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Fresh center downs going to the air. Quickly out to the tight end. They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup. Moving into scoring territory at the 36 on 1st down. Making the adjustment on the play. Iamaleava. It's complete on the right side. And he stopped, brought down at the 18. It'll be enough for the 1st down. And the Bruins come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Left side, it's Knight. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
They just keep firing. Hauls it in. Out of bounds after a big pickup on the play. Just a couple of yards short of the goal line.
This offense can get a lot of yards, and it doesn't take a lot of plays. You've seen that here. They have speed, speed, and speed. It kills you. And if guys get a little bit of space, they just gobble up yards. They've had the defense completely on their heels, and now they're all the way backed up against their own goal line.
Quarterback on the keeper. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss. Now timeout taken by Indiana. That's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Here's Iamaleava to throw. Looking to get it in. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. Timeout taken by the Hoosiers. They cannot stop the clock again. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Trying to get it done with the run here on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Bruins! Great job by the back on the option.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
And let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time. So get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Looking for a man. It's Hoover. Here comes the heat. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Sends it back in motion. They'll throw again after the incompletion. He's going for it all. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Out wide left, it's Richard. Still on his feet at the 45. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened there. These guys are trained to be great once they have the ball in their hands. He makes people miss. He shows you the speed, and it's a big chunk play in the pass game.
That kind of play will put a jolt into a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just inside the 40. He'll throw it. Incomplete. They fought for it, but it just squirted harmlessly to the ground.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Back to pass. It's Hoover. Throws for the tight end. Swats it away.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. That should be the final play of the first half. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, thanks. Welcome into the Week 11 version of the EA Sports College Football Update Show as we inch closer to bowl season. Let's open things up with North Texas taking on the number 24 team, the UTSA Roadrunners. And it's the Mean Green. with one of the truly dazzling offensive displays we've witnessed this season. They had a scoring answer every time they needed one and win a fireworks-filled football game. The result today gets them back to 500. It's something they harped on in practice all week, and they will celebrate this one for at least 24 hours. Here now, a look at some other games of note, including a big upset inside the ACC.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. The Bruins moving quickly to the line.
Man, that is a big negative play for this defense, putting them in reverse, getting the quarterback on the ground, and they better get ready again. Look at this offense.
Makes the grab in their space. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Throws to the wideout. Right side, it's Blown. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49. A big pickup there. You can become a star making efficient plays and getting first down, sort of like a Mark Harmon kind of way to play quarterback for the Bruins.
And then you become a big star. And in Hollywood, what a talent to do it. Obviously, create some excitement, create some momentum.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
It's so hard to force fumbles. And when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling. You're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender. But the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
After that sack, they're in a different zip code now. 2nd and long working here. Throwing, Iamaleava. Oh, pressure's coming. And they got it.
This defense continues to do a great job of not letting a great athlete at quarterback make big plays on them. Great job pursuing him, keeping him in that cage, not letting him get out in the open field because we know he can do some damage. Nice job by this defense so far.
Third down from the gun. Here's Nico Iamaleava. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
Well, this defense knew they had to get off to a fast start here in the second half. They're trailing by a bunch of points right now on the scoreboard. They needed to make something positive happen early, and on the very first drive, they get a sack on 3rd down, looking to get the ball back to their offense here.
That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. The run inside. It's Richard.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking downfield, it's Hoover. Left side, it's Preston. They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a first down.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Drops back on first down. Rush right in his face. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, this is a big moment for this offense, too, because you want to capitalize off getting the turnover, right? You just threw an incompletion. Now you got a big down coming up. You've got to find a way to make a play here so that you can generate points and capitalize off of the opponent's mistake.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. From the gun. Trying to burn this defensive back. Makes the grab.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
First and goal, and this feels like their chance to make a game of it. Driving forward, it's Richard. Touchdown, Hoosiers! And they take it in for 6 more points. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Quick give. It's Knight. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. Long way to go on second down. They'll move the wide receiver. Iamaleava. Look out. Breaks loose. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly. Maybe picked up 1 on the play.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Iamaleava from the gun on 3rd down. Caught. Breaks into the open. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one.
I tell you, this quarterback has just been in a great rhythm all game long. With that last completion, he's now over 300 yards passing.
Play fake. Nico Iamaleava. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know that one hit the ground, but you haven't seen that a lot. He completed over 70% of his throws in their last game. He's over 80% in this game. My old offensive coordinator, Sean Payton, used to say, bore me with completions. This guy will put you to sleep.
2nd and long here. Here's Iamaleava to throw. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. The fake and wants to throw. Got his man. He's going to be a little short. It'll be 4th down from the 44.
Well, it's a nice job tackling on defense. I know one guy missed, but you saw the effort. Other guys coming and flying to the football. They knew how big that 3rd down was. They had to get the stop to give themselves a chance to now get off the field.
And the Bruins come to the line trying to convert on 4th down. Iamaleava to throw for it on 4th. Hauls it in, the 1st down and more. They'll knock him down, but he moves the sticks, and the 4th down decision pays off big time. The Bruins are moving quickly down the field. Nico Iamaleava throwing again. Trying to make magic with his feet.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Running inside. It's Knight. Oh, he's got some. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Bruins. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, we have a 28-17 ball game. So it's an 80-yard drive, and it was finished off by a terrific 26-yard touchdown run. Coming out with it, it's Morris. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Hoosiers offense all set and ready to crank things up. Giving up that last touchdown was an absolute killer. Now it's a 2-possession game. They must get something here. Out wide right, it's Richard. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's a big-time moment. In the 4th quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
Moving the pocket, it's Hoover. Rushes on. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's 2nd down.
And that's one the offense just needs to be able to hit, right? That's a completion they should be able to hit in their sleep. Receivers got to do a better job.
Second down, gonna throw it. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And how about that rush off of the edge? You could tell, man, playing pass all the way. Your team has a lead. Getting later in the football game, he's just pinning his ears back, and he flies off the edge and gets the big sack.
3rd and long. He'll have to turn it loose deep. Going downfield for the big play. Snatches it on the right. Ripping through the defense. A huge play there, and he has them set up and in business at the 30.
Well, trailing like they are right now in the 4th quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point. Everybody is going to need to be on the same page moving forward.
Fresh set of downs going up top. Out wide left, it's Marsh. Headed to the end zone, and he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Indiana!
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a master class in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way. And you're right, in college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
And the quarterback is sacked. Big play by the defense that is probably going to be wiped out by that penalty flag. I think they jumped offside. Deep in the end zone, it's Grove. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So on this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. Maybe some room here. Smashes through the tackle. He's piled up 87 yards on the ground, and that magical 1,000-yard mark is oh so close.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Smart move to keep it on the ground. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2.
And this situation here on 2nd down is the exact situation this offense wanted to stay out of. You got the lead late in the ball game. You want to get positive yards, keep that clock ticking. Now in a situation, it's interesting. Do they want to throw the football? How much do they trust their quarterback not to make a mistake here late in the football game with the lead?
He'll pull it down and run. He'll slide, and it's a good pickup on that one.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Got to pick up a few to move the sticks here on 3rd down from their own 20. Swarmed under 5-yard loss on the play.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of 1st downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum.
And hang on, they are leaving the offense out there. And look, I understand it doesn't add a possession to the lead with the field goal, but I don't know, it doesn't hurt to tack on some points at this juncture of the game. 4th down, Iamaleava. Finds his man in the middle. He is stopped short, and isn't that going to make things interesting?
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
From the gun, it's Richard. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Scanning the field, it's Hoover. Finds his man, it's Schott. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Yeah, and he's been throwing it all over the yard, and he's now over 300 yards on the day, so been a successful day. Now, 300 yards, I don't know, Palmer, 300 nowadays, that's like what back in the day for you?
That would have been 500. I would have won the Heisman, maybe. It's a big deal today in college football, no doubt. Listen, he's in a rhythm right now. He's in a groove. We've seen good decision-making. He's been playing on time, and he's been deadly accurate throwing it. And guess what? This game is far from over.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Hits inside. It's Richard. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And that 2-minute drill, man, you're searching for those first downs. You got to find them. Sometimes it's a run. Sometimes it's a screen. Whatever it is, they choose to run the football here. Still time, but we're still in that hurry-up situation.
Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Shoots it to the left. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
And they've trusted him to throw the football all game. And I expect nothing to change whatsoever. They're going to put it on his back, or his arm, I guess you could say, and let him throw this team to victory. It's a close game, tight game. I'm rolling with my best player.
Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
And this offense has got to get somewhere. Man, that's a couple plays in a row. Like, the clock is their biggest enemy. So we got to find a way to manufacture, push the ball down the field, make something happen with that clock running out.
2nd down to the air. Right side, it's Preston. Made a defender miss. Runs through a man. He might have space. Touchdown, Indiana! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
Who can you count on those big moments? Who can make those big plays? Who do you trust? And they trust the receiver to run a go and to run right by the DB. He makes the play, breaks the tie, takes the lead for this football team.
Send the tight end in motion. Sets his feet. It's Hoover. Incomplete on the 2-point try. They tried to push this lead out to a field goal, but they'll have to settle for holding a 1-point lead.
29, UCLA, 28.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Straight ahead, it's Knight. Defense all over it.
And if you listen carefully, you can start to hear some of the boo birds coming out from this home crowd. They know their offense needs points. And this late in the game, they're watching them run the ball to no avail.
Remember, all they have to do is get it close enough for a field goal here. Unloads to the wideout. Left side, it's Matthews. And he scoots out of bounds, picks up the first down, gets the clock stopped, and now they're in business in plus territory.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Give to the running back. He never had a chance on the draw, tackled almost as soon as he got the ball. Timeout is called. The clock stopped with 26 seconds left.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Defense will use a timeout. 22 seconds remaining in the game. This game will come down to this, a field goal try to save them. This to jump into the lead in the final minute. And he got it! And they surge on top here in the final minute.
How about the kicker coming through in a must-have moment? They had to have this kick to take the lead late in the ball game. All the pressure, give me all the pressure, and he comes through in the clutch.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Opening play of the drive from the 39. Wants to throw. It's Hoover. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. There he goes. At the 20. Touchdown, UCLA. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
And nice vision by the linebacker, understanding and diagnosing pass right away. Getting his eyes on the quarterback, breaking on the football, making the huge interception, and then taking it back to the high school days, man. In his glory days at the running back spot, running all the way to the house and scoring the touchdown.
And he takes this from inside the 5. No more room to run. They make the tackle right there, and the clock is at 0, and that's how this one will end.